Hey, welcome. Today we're jumping into a topic that can feel, well, pretty overwhelming, but is actually packed with amazing possibilities. We're talking about traveling with ALS. And look, this isn't about focusing on limitations, not at all. It's about smart preparation and rediscovering the world. So let's get into how you can plan your next great adventure and do it safely and have an incredible time. This quote from someone who's been there really just hits the nail on the head. That feeling of liberation, of just breaking free from the day to day, it's so powerful. And yeah, it acknowledges the challenges are real, but the focus is all on that incredible reward. It's a feeling we want to help make a reality for you. And that's really the big question, isn't it? How do we get from, wow, this seems impossible, all the way to, okay, I'm packed and ready to go? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down right here, step by step. All right, first things first. Before we even get into the how-to, let's talk for a minute about the why. Because honestly, understanding the payoff, the real benefits, that can be the biggest motivation you need to start planning in the first place. A really well-planned trip is so much more than just a change of scenery. It's a huge psychological boost. It's a chance to really connect with your loved ones, away from all the daily routines. It's about creating those memories that you'll talk about for years. It genuinely improves your quality of life. And the key thing to remember is, these aren't just little luxuries. They are vital, essential parts of navigating the journey with ALS. And look, this isn't just wishful thinking. The numbers actually back this up. With the right kind of prep, a huge majority, we're talking 70% of people living with ALS are still able to take short trips. This just goes to show you, you are not alone in wanting this or in being able to make it happen. It's a real, totally achievable goal. So, how do we do it? How do we make it happen? Well, this next part is basically your ultimate travel survival kit. We're going over everything you need to pack, not just physical stuff, but all the logistical planning to make sure your journey is as smooth as possible. These are really the four pillars of your whole plan. And the number one rule? Start early. Seriously, think 2 to 3 months ahead for any big trip. First up, your medical team. They are your co-pilots. Get their official okay and a detailed letter. Think of it as your medical passport. Second, pick your destination strategically. Is the terrain flat? Is the climate moderate? Third, you've got to pack for the what-ifs. Always bring backups for your essential aids. And fourth, lock in that transportation. Accessible options get snapped up fast, so you want to book way in advance. Okay, let's be real for a sec and talk about money. Planning for some extra costs is just part of the deal with accessible travel. For example, an accessible van might run you about $100 a day. Shipping as some of your essential equipment could be anywhere from $200 to $500. The key is just factoring these things into your budget from the very beginning so there are no nasty surprises later on. All right, your survival kit is packed, your budget is set. Now let's talk about travel day itself. This whole section is about giving you those pro tips you need to feel confident and navigate the actual journey smoothly and safely. Whether you're flying or driving, it all comes down to prep. If you're flying, making that call to the airline 48 hours ahead of time is absolutely critical for getting the assistance you need. And TSA cares. They can be a massive help getting through security. Now, for road trips, it's all about flexibility. Plan to stop every hour or two, keep that emergency kit right where you can reach it, and use apps on your phone to find accessible rest stops along the way. Each way of traveling has its own little checklist for success. If there is just one number you remember for flying, please let it be this one. 3. 3 hours. Getting to the airport that early isn't about sitting around bored. It's about buying yourself peace of mind. It gives you a nice big buffer to get the help you've arranged, clear security without feeling rushed, and just get settled at the gate. This one simple step can completely transform a stressful experience into a really calm start to your vacation. You made it. You've arrived. Awesome. Now, where are you going to stay? Let's switch gears and talk about setting up your home away from home and making sure it has everything you need to be comfortable and safe. This is all about finding your perfect accessible base camp. Finding the right hotel room can sometimes feel like a treasure hunt, but these tools right here are your map. The big sites like Booking.com have accessibility filters, but here's the crucial pro tip. Always call the hotel directly to confirm the details. Then you have specialized sites like Accessible Geo, which let you get super specific, filtering for things like Hoyer lift compatibility. And there are even agencies like wheelchairtravel.org that will do all the legwork for you. They'll book and confirm everything so you can be totally confident. So what about the big bulky stuff like a hospital bed or oxygen equipment? Good news, you don't have to lug it with you. Renting it locally is an absolute game changer. A quick search for medical equipment rental in whatever city you're visiting will pull up plenty of options. A lot of these companies will deliver right to your hotel or even to your cruise ship, which just makes the whole thing incredibly simple. And when you budget for these rentals, what felt like a scary unknown just becomes another manageable expense. For perspective, a hospital bed for a week might run you somewhere between $200 and $325. A portable oxygen concentrator is usually around $200. Seeing the actual numbers like this really helps you plan your budget with no surprises. So there we have it. We've covered the why, the how, and the where. We've built the checklists, we've scouted out the resources. Now it's time to bring it all together and start looking forward to the amazing journey ahead. If there is one single thing you take away from all of this, let it be this right here. This is the core idea. It's not about trying to avoid challenges. It's about being so well prepared that those challenges just become minor speed bumps on the road to an absolutely incredible experience. Preparation is the key that unlocks the door to adventure. It's that something. We've laid out the map, the tools, and the game plan. The only thing left to do now is to pick a spot on that map. So the final question isn't if you can travel, it's where are you going to go to make your next great memory. Thanks so much for joining us.